Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 Abyssal Terrors run. Hope you're all doing well. Today, we're covering the character I've been most looking forward to playing since I started the expansion, the Chef. The Chef is really cool to me because it uses multiple damage types, which I already think is cool, in a really unique and interesting way. The Chef does triple damage to burning targets with non-elemental weapons. But enemies have double health, so a target that's on fire, you're going to kill 1.5 times as fast, and a target that's not on fire, you're going to kill twice as slow. So you really have to set enemies on fire, and then you can bring them down with tons of burst damage. To set enemies on fire, we have two tools. One is we get a scared sausage to start with, which just sets enemies on fire 25% of the time we hit them. And the other is we get an explosion. When we pick up a consumable, it sets everything in a big AoE on fire. I don't know how big the explosion is, but I assume pretty big to make the character work. We can't actually use the fire to kill enemies easily because our elemental damage modifications are reduced by 75%. To be honest, I don't think they need this restriction because the double enemy health already means you can't really use elemental damage to kill enemies. But we have extra luck, which helps us generate consumables. I'm going to try out a wrench build with this character because I've really wanted to see if we can make an engineering build work in this expansion. I think that this is a very difficult way to play this expansion because engineering builds are kind of low damage. What I've been finding in the expansion is that the way to play is just to have really high damage and kill enemies immediately. Managed to pick up 55 materials with one on the ground. Not great, but not not amazing, but not terrible either. I'll take 5 harvesting here, and then we'll buy another wrench. Penguin seems really good for this character because we do want to pick up consumables when we're at full health to use our fire damage proc, so that will be pretty cool. The reason that wrenches seem good for this character is that the scared sausage burning damage can proc off the wrench shots, so maybe that'll be nice. Do I want to lock the penguin? Is it good enough to lock it? Do I want to lock Gentle Alien on this character? I have liked Gentle Alien less in the expansion too, because I find that we just aren't killing all the enemies that we see. But I think I'm going to lock the Gentle Alien. I'm going to leave the penguin open. This is a good item for us, I think, but I think we might get a better economy item or a more important item like Snake, which can let us set more enemies on fire. So happy that we left that slot open to try to find a better item there. 2 crits with my wrench here. So enemies are still dying in one shot to my wrench attacks currently, though obviously that will change at some point. And then we will need to have our fire proc. Would love to get another scared sausage to make our turrets better at proccing the fire here. That would be really nice for us as well. Ooh, 8 harvesting. That's the 35 luck paying off already, so we can maybe get to 21 harvesting pretty early. We'll take a wrench here. I could take a screwdriver. We could maybe go for a hybrid wrench screwdriver build. I think we just want wrenches. The downside of picking up a screwdriver is just that we start finding more screwdrivers, but we won't get maxed wrenches too easily on this character because wrench is a pretty expensive weapon. Our income won't be that great for the early waves, so I might just take the screwdriver. Yeah, let's do it. We'll work in a couple screwdrivers here. We'll lock this one as well, and that can just help us fill out our weapon set, get our engineering online early. The screwdrivers themselves can help us actually kill things when they're on fire, because screwdriver is a pretty good weapon to attack with, even if the landmine itself isn't very good. And I think this character and this expansion do just want you to get your weapon sets online sooner, because one, there's just more items in the game. So you are less likely to find the specific weapons you want because there's just higher chances of rolling other weapons and stuff. And 2, you just need to have higher damage early because you need to be able to clear the enemies as quickly as possible. Here I'm going to reroll. I think 1 armor wouldn't be bad, but I think we can get a level 2 upgrade. We missed, but I'll take 5 harvesting, and then we'll go ahead and buy the screwdriver, the Gentle Alien, and the Snake, and then roll. And I guess I'll lock another screwdriver. We can level these up a bit. Do I roll again here? Boxing Glove, I think I will also take as well. Knockback is kind of interesting on engineering builds, so I might give that a try, because they buff knockback, so it pulls enemies away from you. And the Boxing Glove does help out our wrenches and screwdriver, which are not super important to our damage in the late game, but currently are all of our damage. So we do need to make sure that those stay relevant as long as possible while we build up the damage output on our turrets. Run over here. That enemy's on fire, so we killed it. We got a crate. That is a big explosion off the thing. Can we burn and kill that loot or that curse alien? I didn't manage to, but that's okay. Take the mastery here, and then I want a lot of these stats, but not as badly as many other stats. So I'm gonna roll. I will take 3 regeneration because we have no healing at the moment, so I definitely want to improve my healing. Buy the screwdriver, and we will level up a wrench. The incendiary turrets, I assume that the burning from those will count as burning, but I don't know if it'll triple its own damage, because it shouldn't be elemental damage, so it should triple its own damage, but maybe it just doesn't. We'll have to see. We'll take a corrupted shard, because I do like buying curse, and I'll buy a cake as well, because our max HP is quite low. So we've got some incendiary turrets. Okay, so it is... yeah, so we are doing the multiplied damage, but it's not tripling its own damage. If it tripled its own damage, then we would just go all incendiary turret all the time. Since it doesn't, then we probably want like max 1 or 2, because we want it to triple the damage of our other constructs. I do like that it gives us a reliable way to set things on fire that doesn't rely on the scared sausage RNG, but we'll definitely need to have some other ways to deal damage as well. Take the cute monkey here. Do I just want 10 more luck? I think I do, and then I'll take 3 more regeneration because we're going to need that. I need armor and dodge as well. And then here I think I'm going to combine to a level 3 wrench and buy a level 1. Buy both of these, and we'll take a level 2 wrench. I think, oh yeah, so what I'm going to do here is just buy the screwdriver, and then we'll combine those and buy the level 2 wrench as well. Take the propeller hat. I will not buy the Cyclops worm. Our percent damage is okay for now, or is useful for now, but we are going to be relying on engineering constructs, which don't use percentage damage increases, so we won't need it. Do I reroll for 9? I think I will hold, because we already have a level 2 weapon locked, so I don't need to roll for a weapon, which is what I would be looking for. And I'm just going to go to 1 wrench. We may eventually sell out of the wrench as well, or 1 screwdriver, rather. We may eventually sell out of the screwdriver as well, because we just want to maximize the levels of our turrets. But it's hard to get a bunch of high-level turrets early, so I think having the screwdriver is helpful. Kill this loot alien. We do triple damage to it while it's on fire. I have felt like enemies dying 50% faster has not resulted in them actually dying that much faster, which feels a little weird to say, but it feels like when they're on fire, we should be killing them faster than we are, given the numbers. I'm going to recycle that, and I think I'm just going to keep taking regen. I'm pretty happy to just buy regeneration when we have the opportunity. We'll combine that to a level 3 screwdriver and take another wrench and roll. Bone dice could maybe give me more percent damage, but we don't need that. But I do need both speed and engineering, so very happy to take that. Tentacle is an interesting idea. I'll take the dynamite. That'll work with our level 4 turrets and our screwdrivers. I guess it also, I don't know if it does anything for the explosion from the chef, but I will pick up the dynamite. Tentacle, we're not going to be killing things with our actual attacks, so unless we find pile of books to let our constructs crit, it won't be doing anything, so I think we'll just pass on that. I will take the gambling token. It is negative armor, but I will want to build both dodge and armor pretty soon, so and since gambling token was buffed, I think it's often worth buying now, when I didn't think it was before. It got a cost reduction, so it's just more efficient to buy it now than it used to be. I really want to get to like 30 regeneration pretty soon, Something that I have found in this game mode, in the Abyss map, is that I've preferred to buy regeneration, dodge, and armor over maximum HP in most cases for most characters, because the enemies just do so much damage that I think it's better to just buy defensive stats and regeneration rather than just try to build enough max HP that they can't kill you, because they can kill you. You just can't buy enough maximum HP to stay alive. So other defensive stats have been better for me, I think. We'll take the Garden. That's awesome. And then, yeah, we'll take 4 regen here. Now I've got to roll for armor, I think. So I'm going to roll once and see if we can get a level 3 armor. And we did. And that lets me buy the gambling token without being too concerned. Take the pencil here. Do I buy another screwdriver? I think I do. Let's go ahead and just combine. We'll have 2 level 2 turrets. I feel like that's a fine number. And then we will buy the screwdriver. Roll again. I could take a brick as well. So this is 44. It has a chance to drop 60 materials on hit. And 108 damage on a swing means it'll just kill things. I think I am going to take the brick. I have really liked brick as an item. We will end up with only 5 weapons at some point as a result of that, but I think that the brick is just really good overall. Take the bowler hat for sure, and the screwdriver as well. Because it's both an investment in that it will eventually turn into money, but also an investment in that it just helps you kill things faster while you have it. Okay, well, the brick died immediately, but we do have a weapon locked in the shop, so it's fine. If it had made it a couple more swings, we'd have made pretty good money out of it. As is, I think we didn't lose money, but we didn't gain that much money. But I have really liked brick in general because it just makes it so much easier for you to smooth out your economy. Set all those guys on fire and kill them. I really want to see if we can take out that loot alien, but I can't get to it without taking a bazillion damage, so we're trying to get it. Nice. The nose men are chasing me down. And I'll take a plant here for sure. Up to 16 regen, that's pretty good. I'm going to take the 15 attack speed. Attack speed isn't that important for us, but still useful, because right now our actual weapon attacks are still a reasonable portion of our damage. I mean, we just dealt like about 1,500 damage with each of them. So it's not bad at all. But even more importantly, if we find improved tools, it's good, and it helps with knocking back enemies with our wrenches to keep them off of us. Definitely max out our weapons again, and then I'll take the bowler hat. I don't think we want poisonous tonic. The attack speed and crit chance are fine for this character, but not amazing, so we're gonna pass on it. Whoa, extra stomach. That's what the 80 luck is for. Okay, so that'll get us a bunch of max HP for free, hopefully, which will be really good. Take the fertilizer, and I will take boxing glove here. Again, with constructs, knockback is pretty good, so we can use the boxing glove to help keep us alive, maybe make our extra stomach proc more often, and so on. Okay, so now we just need to survive so we can get the extra stomach online. I also really want, I'd love to find another scared sausage. That would be huge for us. It would vastly increase our ability to set enemies on fire with our constructs, which would make them, their time to kill would be much lower. The Cursed Anemone is going to be a real problem. Cursed Anemone, another great name for a band. This expansion replete with those. Spoilers for those of you who watch both Baldur's Gate and Brotato videos, but there's some really good band names in my next tier list. Oh, took a lot of damage there. Have to run away from all these slashers. We're definitely taking a little more damage than I'd like, but that's why we bought all this regen. Take the jelly to max HP, that's good. And then here, do I just take 1 armor? We have 80 luck, let's roll, we can do better than that. I'll take 4 engineering, that'll help us kill things, and I will take 9 dodge so we can start building our dodge up. Get the extra stomach, and metal is worth 1 armor, leather vest is worth 2 armor. I'm just gonna take this. The other stats from the metal are good as well, but the The leather vest will help keep us alive so we can start generating extra stomach value, which is really important. We already have one snake, so the second one is less good, but still good. But I think the dynamite is going to be better to grab early. Muscly dude. Honestly, do we even need this with the extra stomach? It's probably still worth taking, but it's actually closer than you might think. Oh yeah, I should definitely be just prioritizing picking up consumables before we take hits to generate extra stomach value. We have a lot of luck, so there will be a lot of consumables on the map, but I really do want to hit my 8 per wave maximum here. Plus, as I pick them up, they set enemies on fire, and then we get the value of being able to kill those enemies faster. This character really loves consumable pickup items, because you really want to pick up consumables. Okay, I need to not die here. I did spawn a bunch of lampreys, which makes it difficult to accomplish that. The loot aliens are tanking a lot of damage here, so I'm going to try to work my way through the middle, set things on fire, and try to kill it. And then, I wish I had a little more pickup radius, but other than that, things are going great. Take the Peaceful Bee, 4% dodge is awesome. Melee damage, not bad, but this is an engineering build, so I'm going to roll, and we'll take 9 dodge here. Did we get 8? No, we only got 6 from the extra stomach, so I need to be a little more careful about not tanking hits, but 6 HP is still good. Take the snake and the muscly dude, and then roll. Clover, luck, and dodge, perfect for this character. We'll take the Shady Potion as well, even though it costs me HP regen. I'm gonna drink some water here. So right now, we've got a garden, and we have 16 regen. We have 40 dodge and 5 armor, and are getting more HP every wave. So that will help keep us alive. The main thing that we're missing is wave clear, and I could use a little more regeneration. 16 regeneration is not bad. More consumable healing would also be really nice, but we definitely need more healing. 5 more armor or so would go a long way as well, just to keeping us really safe. Also, could really just use like higher level turrets, because right now our turrets are not really helping us kill stuff. Okay, can we kill this thing before it gets to the tower? We did. Slowly learning the mechanics of these enemies. The problem is it's hard not to tank hits, which means we aren't getting as much extra stomach value as I'd like. We're still getting a decent amount, but between the fact that we have no increased consumable heal and that it's hard to tank hits, we're not getting as much as we would want. I'll take the black belt. The knockback is good, the melee damage is fine, and the XP gain is good even this late. More luck would be nice, but I think we're going to roll for... I was looking for regen or armor. I would have preferred armor, but regen is good too. Take this and this, and then roll. Another incendiary turret, that's awesome. The nail is going to be huge for our damage output, but also just gives us more engineering. The saltwater, I think, is pretty cool as well. I'll take the incendiary turret. That can help kill enemies, and the saltwater will help keep us alive. We don't care about losing elemental damage, even though we're doing burning, because the burning damage isn't a big component of our damage output. The small fish will increase our damage output against healthy enemies. We're doing a lot of spread out damage though, and like kind of slowly whittling enemies down with our constructs. So I'm not that excited about the small fish, I don't think, because a lot of the time we will just not be, we'll be attacking enemies that are already hurt. So I don't think it's that exciting to have the small fish. More engineering would be pretty nice as well, so I do need to buy that, but I've really been prioritizing getting our defensive stats online more than our offensive stats. We actually have quite good income just from harvesting, so I'm not that worried about offense at this point, just about surviving and making sure that our character is ready to tank through an elite wave. Obviously, on engineering builds, you rarely actually kill elites, so, and this character, I think, is going to be even worse at it than most. Taking a lot of damage here because this is an elite wave that also happens to be a wave with a ton of blobfish, and since we're an engineering build, it's very hard for us not to kill the blobfish, so we get a lot of lampreys spawning. So I didn't clear that many enemies and left a lot of materials on the ground, but we made it through, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'll just take 1 armor. I think any armor is so important for us. Cursed Blindfold, awesome. That's going to get us almost to dodge cap right away. In fact, that and the gambling token will get us to dodge cap. But let's buy the nail, and yeah, I'll take the Cursed Blindfold. We'll lock this and roll. Vigilante Ring, I don't think we need. Cursed Sickle, I don't think we need either. It's going to go to wave 13. Basically just want to hit dodge cap as soon as we can. Actually, I shouldn't have set that blobfish on fire because it's going to make lampreys at me. Now it's a buffed blobfish. I guess I'm going to kill it, and then I will try to pull the lampreys, yeah, over the incendiary turret, because that will set them on fire reliably and make it so that we can then just kill them. So that actually worked very well. Our damage output is surprisingly good on this character. I guess not that surprising, since burning enemies take extra damage, and we're not bad at applying the burning effect. But we are maintaining decent wave clear, even despite focusing so hard on defensive stats. I'm not really that concerned about our extra stomach at the moment. It's giving me some decent passive value, but it's not a huge amount, but it's still a decent amount. We're up to 50 HP without really investing in HP, which is great. Roll here, and I guess I'll just take 3 regen. I'm just going to keep taking healing when we get it. Take the gambling token, going up to 62 dodge. Saltwater helps us out. We will roll here. Frozen, or leather vest is going to be good to help us get armor, even though we're over dodge cap, but it's still definitely worth it. Extra stomach's only on 16 HP. We could definitely have been emphasizing it more, but I don't think that's that good. Frozen heart, I think, is a horrible trap on this character because it will turn all of our basic weapon attacks into elemental damage weapons. So if we buy the Frozen Heart, it's going to make our wrench, like our actual weapon attacks, count as elemental and not get the tripled damage. So it's going to really hurt our character's actual weapon attacks. Now the question is, do our constructs do enough damage that we can just ignore that? And I think the answer for this version of the character with the screwdrivers is no. Maybe a pure wrench build could build Frozen Heart, but this character, we're still doing a lot of our damage with our actual weapons, so we do not want to buy Frozen Heart. I'm gonna definitely buy Fairy, though. That is the type of thing that I'm always on the lookout for. And then I think we're actually not going to buy Mouse. This character is not clearing the entire wave. And the expansion, I think, just less incentivize buying additional enemies because you so often don't clear the entire wave. So we are prioritizing increased enemy spawns less in the Abyss than I do in the normal game, which obviously in the normal game is a ton. Not often that you're going to see me considering passing Gentle Alien, passing Mouse, that kind of thing. But in this particular expansion for Brotato, I think you do have to be a little more judicious with when you buy increased enemy spawns. Not that they're bad, it's still an amazing stat for you, of course, but there are times when it's more dangerous because of all the cursed enemies. And as you can see, we're not killing every enemy on the field or anything like that. So increased enemy spawns would just give us more, put us in more danger rather than making it easier for us to generate money. This also fully bugged out the game's sound. I'm going to recycle Triangle of Power, and then I'll take 3 engineering here. I definitely need more of that. I'm still not going to buy negative enemies, but I do think it is worth bearing in mind, like the way that enemy spawns work. Ooh, Captain Sword. We haven't seen this weapon actually in play yet. Is it any good? For us, I'm thinking no. It does do a bunch of extra damage, but I don't want free weapon slots. I will just take a wrench here over a screwdriver. We don't need the gambling token because we're at 68 dodge. Fertilizer will still pay for itself, so it's probably worth picking up. Then I'm going to lock these two weapons as well. Sorry about that, friends. I just cut the video to save you from hearing me cough a bit. I'm just recovering from a cold, so had to drink a little bit more water, but we're back in it now and ready for wave 15. The incendiary turret's tripling damage is just a really nice interaction for us. I'm really liking having a couple of those, especially because we haven't found another scared sausage. I guess they get less valuable with every scared sausage you have on this character, because your other constructs can just set enemies on fire. But the incendiary turret's just doing big AoE fire is really nice, so helps out to have at least a couple of those. And of course, our consumable explosions setting enemies on fire is a really good interaction for us as well, since we have so much luck. I'm actually really liking, I haven't really seen the increased speed bonus of the salt water, or whatever that one was called. Oh gosh, taking a lot of damage here, gotta run. The speed bonus when you take a hit is actually really nice. That helped. It didn't necessarily make the difference between us living and dying, but it definitely made it a little easier. I think I am taking white flag here. The number of enemies on the field is just getting a little overwhelming at this point, and we don't really need to have additional income because we're already on wave 15. We're not life stealing, so we don't need more enemies there. So I think this is, in fact, a white flag moment. Possibly a first on this channel, but I think the Abyss just changes how you evaluate those items. Take the Cyclops Worm here. Don't really need more max HP. More melee damage is fine, but I think we can do better. Let's roll. More attack speed would be great. I was really hoping for armor, but I'm just going to take 20 luck. 20 luck is so much. Oh, nice. They added a little negative icon on things like Fairy when it's actually a downside. I really love that change. That's a huge change. The explosive turret is still worth picking up, of course, and improved tools. Even though we don't have a ton of attack speed, is amazing. Increased construct attack speed is so important when you're using constructs, so we're just going to buy those two. Do a reroll here and take a lemonade, one of the most important items for this character that we haven't seen, and also will give us more fairy regen, so that's incredible. Great shop for us. Oops, I didn't mean to anger the drooler here. Let's see. Can we kill any of the droolers before they reach the towers? I guess I'm just knocking it back. Oh, I accidentally punted one into one of the towers. I thought they had a specific tower that they went to. But I punted one into the tower and summoned a mini-boss. Definitely needing more armor because the enemies do so much damage. And the cursed enemies are really dangerous, as are the mini-bosses, of which I have multiple on the field now. My constructs are helping clear things, so I'm just kind of running around. I have not found any... I haven't found much pickup radius. I haven't found Baby Gecko or Sif's Relic or anything. I'll take the recycling machine. I think that'll pay for itself. 3 armor is exactly what we need here. Take the lemonade and the wrench, and then we'll go ahead and combine and buy another screwdriver. I think I just want more turrets on the field than more landmines. I don't think the mastery is that important to us, so I will roll here. There's a gecko. We'll level up our screwdriver, buy a gecko. Spicy sauce is good as well. We've got a lot of consumables, and the extra damage will help out. I wonder if it procs at the same time as the burning. Does this spicy sauce explosion also triple? That's something that I want to know. Or it might even be like mutually exclusive, which would be pretty bad. Here, the beanie is an item we don't yet have for Fairy, which is really nice. but the plant is just more regeneration, so I think I'm going to take the plant. 13 speed I think is enough, but I will lock the beanie because I do want more speed, and I want more fairy regen regardless. Maybe I'm going to regret that because we got a really fast charging elite, which move speed would be very good against. I also need to remember I have improved tools now, so I should be looking for attack speed. I am a little distracted or a little thrown off my rhythm, I have to say, because I had to pause the video in the middle there. I find that whenever I have to take a break from a run like this, I get just thrown off and sort of forget what I was doing. It just gets more difficult. Gonna run over here, try to kill the loot alien, but there is a healer on the map, and of course my damage is now starting to fall off. My actual weapon damage is starting to fall off, so I'm just sort of hoping that my constructs kill the loot alien, which of course is not a reliable strategy. Especially given that we didn't invest that heavily in engineering. We've only got 25. We're much more reliant on just tanking through these enemies, which is something that we are able to do. I will take 3 engineering here, and then we are going to pick up a beanie. Scared sausage, obviously awesome. Helps us set more enemies on fire. Take the spicy sauce, and yeah, I will... I think I'm going to go to fewer incendiary turrets. Since we found that scared sausage, we really are not going to have that much trouble setting enemies on fire. So we're just going to go to 3 of these. Mushroom, great. We'll take that, and we'll take terrified onion. Losing 5 luck, obviously painful, but I just want all the regen items. Take a wrench here so we can get an explosive turret, because those will deal a ton of damage. And the helmet, obviously, is amazing. Armor is the thing that we need the most of, because right now we've got very good healing, and we've got a very good... our damage setup is fine, given that we're an engineering character. Oh no. Oh no, I made it mad. I feel like they added a louder noise for the drooler getting mad, which is good. I think I'm just going to kill the towers and let the droolers get mad, though, because we're fast enough that we can just avoid them. I think that that's safer for us than actually letting the mini-bosses, than taking the risk of letting the mini-bosses spawn at all. And we just run away from the droolers. It is costing me money because the cursed droolers that get buffed like that have so much health. There's just no chance our constructs can ever kill them. But we also didn't spawn any mini-bosses, so it kept me alive. Do I want 12 max HP? Honestly, I think we don't care that much about max HP right now. I'm going to roll for armor. And yeah, I'd rather have 2 armor than 12 max HP at this point, because armor multiplies our regeneration and our dodge as well, so we just want to focus on that. We'll take the helmet and terrified onion, combine and buy the wrench, roll, take a broken mouth, cancels out the regeneration penalty, so I will buy some max HP and we'll level up our wrench. Pass on the gentle alien, and snail, this will help me dodge around a little bit, so we're going to take that as well. Hopefully it will help keep me alive against the bosses. Alright, so the second explosive turret is really helping us wave clear, to be honest. This wave with fewer droolers, we are actually killing most of the enemies very efficiently. Our constructs are doing quite well. Now, I'm definitely still taking some damage. I do think that wave 19 is a weirdly easy wave in this expansion. It's not one of the hardest waves in the first map either, but For whatever reason in this expansion, it always gives me a lot of money, and I rarely feel like I'm under threat. It's possible that you just have to be so overpowered because the Abyss map is so hard. Once you get to wave 19, you're just going to be fine. But given how hard so many of the other waves are, it feels like an oddly easy run through wave 19 usually. Take the sharp bullet here, gives me a regen and helps my constructs do a ton more damage. And then we will just take 3 more regeneration. Stone Skin, I don't really care. No, I do care about losing attack speed. Jerky is interesting. I'm going to try this because I want to figure out how this item works. Does it layer multiple instances of regen if we pick up a bunch of consumables? Also, we are incentivized to pick up consumables while at full health because we want the fire explosion, so that will give us value from them, healing value from them, even if we don't take damage until after we've picked them up. Take the snail here. Stone Skin, 13 HP. Is that more likely to keep us alive than other stuff? I don't actually think so. We have 90 HP. So I'm going to roll, and Sad Tomato will definitely help out, so that's better. Alien Tongue is good here, and the leveled up Screwdriver is also pretty good. Broken Mouth we're going to pass on, and then we will roll. Would have loved Treasure Map or Screwdriver or another snake earlier, but overall I think this was a pretty cool construct run for the chef, and I think this is a good way to play the character. Let's see if we can make it through the bosses. Basically just going to run away from them and try to sort of kite them out here. Actually, is there a chance we can kill these bosses? No, not really. Even when they're on fire, my weapon attacks don't really hurt them that much. If I'd built a lot more engineering, then maybe we could have, but as is, I think what we are going to do is, because we're an engineering build, we're just gonna try to live through it. This is a really fun way to play the character. I don't know if it's the optimal way to play the character. I do think it's a strong one, because it lets you really focus on defensive stats, which I think is what this character wants. I think probably like Pruner or maybe even just Stick is going to be stronger overall, but this felt like a very smooth run to me, so honestly this might just be the best way to play it. We had a couple moments of tension, and I did get a couple lucky items with Fairy. I'm talking like the run's over. Of course I could still just walk into a bunch of enemies and die, but with 60 regeneration it's we should be able to live. And we made it, and we have won our run with Chef. All right, so the Chef, yeah, I think overall, engineering Chef felt really good. I think we maybe had one too many screwdrivers that have like more wrenches and stuff like that, but the mixture actually felt really good to me because it helped us kill stuff in the early game. The screwdrivers kept up with the damage from the actual weapon attacks, which was nice. Our scared sausages did really well. Extra stomach obviously was huge for us, but we could have gotten away with any other defensive stat. We'd have had to invest more in max HP, but the extra stomach was a very nice gift. As was the Fairy, but Fairy was 18 regeneration, which again was better than other items would have been, but not wildly overpowered because they have nerfed Fairy to be -3 regen from level 4 items. Overall, I think this was a very smooth run. We got not that lucky in terms of items, but still made it through very well. Just building defensive stats, focusing on our constructs, and setting enemies on fire. And the Chef was really fun to play, so I'm actually really enjoying this character. I have been a little iffy on the last couple I've played just because they felt like overtuned. But the Chef felt like a very fun, smooth run where good decisions get you through. All right, my friends, hope that you have enjoyed this run. Oh, wait, no, of course. Let me look at the Chef's weapon. We unlocked the Spoon. So the Spoon is a blunt weapon. Always crits when hitting burning targets. Scales with 50% of your melee, 15% of your HP, and 20% of your engineering. That is a weird weapon. I don't know what character wants to use that, really. Maybe the Mage? always hits when critting burning target, because it'll scale with your HP, but the mage won't get percentage damage. Always crits when hitting burning targets is obviously super powerful as an option. I'm gonna have to theory craft that, because that it seems like a very good weapon if you can reliably proc the burning. But the scaling on it is weird, so getting to that point might be quite difficult. Alright, my friends, thank you so much for watching the video. Hope that you enjoyed it. And of course, as always, feel free to leave a comment, hit like, and of course you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato Abyssal Terrors, where we are going to keep checking out the new characters and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.